And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Grandia 3. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and we're ready to move on. Finally. So, as a heads up, as we traverse through the world, we're going to also get a few more little tutorials here and there, which will politely tell the game to shut up for minutes, if we could care less. If you've never played the game before, this is a really cool skill to have. Whether or not you use it, it's going to vary. You don't really need it. It's just the game's way of making it a little easier for you and whatnot. You can pop this on wind stick on whoever you want. The wind egg on whoever you want. We now have the option to preemptively start a battle. And what I like to do is I like to pull enemies towards me, dodge them, and then get into a fight so we get the surprise. The only way you do that's by hitting them with your sword. So, heads up, good idea to do it. Alright, so let's clear out these dragonfly toads. We'll go ahead and use aerial slash. That'll cancel him out. Grandia can kill him outright, so boink. And Alfina, if she can reach, there we go. Yeah, she still didn't kill the damn thing. You weak, useless fool! Oh, nice.
That was pitiful.
Got an excellent out of that.
Learn how to fight.
Sweet. And as you can see, we have a new enemy type here. These guys are kind of pushovers too, but we'll see different variations of them very, very soon. So keep your eye on them. They can be a little problematic in their other variations, especially considering how dangerous those variations are when they do finally show up. I like how he totally will. Boink. And actually, we'll have Alfina crit it too, just to knock it further back. That way it gives Miranda a chance to finish him off. I still think he missed whoever he was going after, which is mildly entertaining.
Hey, we're not even trying.
Sometimes you just get lucky in this game that way. Alright, let's keep moving. Ah, yes. The infamous mushroom hunting. You can actually cut through mushrooms. Sometimes you'll find items. Sometimes you'll find nothing. Now, in this game, in particular, there's a set amount of items per zone. So, it's just because that there's a set amount of items doesn't mean they're in the same mushroom every time. So, every playthrough I've noticed that their mushroom findings can vary, but it's always the same items. They're just in different mushrooms. So, you just have to be willing to kind of search for everything. You gotta cut all the little shits down and whatnot. And I don't believe they respawn, so don't hope for that. Don't hope for it. They probably ain't gonna come. So anyway, there's that. Let's use something, may as well, because they're all gonna get hit anyway. Unless Miranda's able to pull off her AoE skill very, very quickly here, which is the force slash. And you're hoping she just doesn't get hit. If she gets hit, then it's gonna... She probably will... Yeah, she got hit. They're probably gonna move out of proper range and everything. So we're gonna get at least 3 of them. This becomes a nice skill throughout the game with her. Let's see. She needs to fight something close, so... She just can't reach! Just in hopes that he would have gotten the whirlwind skill, but didn't happen. Save the rest of her SP for something else. Good lord, woman! Dodge, dodge, no. And review. Hit him with Crackle. Because Crackle is your uber, magic skill early in the game here. So it's just something to keep in mind when you're playing. That's the uber ability in this early part of the game. nothing, almost no enemy in this game can survive, in the early parts of this game can survive getting hit by crack. But it's expensive, so don't overly use it. Don't overly buy it either, because again, it's expensive. Even to buy, it's like 400 gold, I think. I said gil, they're not. But definitely good if you just want to kill an enemy outright. One, lingering enemy that just won't fucking die. Boink.
Why not make things easier for everyone?
Excellent, but we got the battle one all the same. And we get an item for our trouble. We can't carry, you can only carry 9 of each item, which is a weird ass number. But, So just go ahead and, when you need to make room, just use an item. It's not a big deal. Now, in like many Grandia games in the past, whenever you break open an item, there's a chance an enemy can be in there, and it does happen a lot more often than you'd think, especially in Grandia 3. So, but you do want to check to make sure there's no enemies in those places, if that makes any sense. You'll kill one of those outright.
Divine comet, bringer of light.
Been using them SP skills while keeping Miranda's SP relatively high. So in the battles where I really do need it, it'll be fine. It's at least till Yuki learns Whirlwind at least. Which is here's where now we have a new type of creature out there called the Shaman. You need to kill them as fast as freaking possible. They use skills that are just broken as hell, and early on they can be very troublesome, meddlesome in your affairs. So you just want to kill them quickly. Don't worry about the spearmen; they're harmless in comparison to the shaman, the guild shaman. So kill them off pretty quick, especially because they have magic and whatnot. Come on, Yuki, get over there, you bastard! There you go. And usually canceling out their magic attacks means they'll just use a melee attack next. Which is why it's good to interrupt them as that's why it's good to interrupt them. You notice I'm gunning right for him. I don't care whose turn it is, I gun for him. He should be able to kill that one on his own. And he used a combo attack when a certain special level is learned. At a certain special level, to learn a new move. There you go.
Feel the bite of my flesh.
I think the shaman might survive that. Yeah, he did. So we need a gun for him. He's just gonna use melee attack, which missed because she moved. So there you go. Like I said, they have the highest potential to be troublesome, but they're usually not too bad. Just if you know to go gun them first, you'll be okay. Alright, let's use the healing herb on somebody. And we're moving along. Come on, bring it, you goofy son of a bitch. Shaman, you kind of have to turn your back away from and lure them to you because they won't come at you outright. Which is interesting because it's the first Grandia to do that. You just stand there and look at them and they don't do anything. Okay, we're gonna get, I think, our combo move off here. So I knocked him up in the air with the critical, and then using a regular combo, I can get this to happen. And we're gonna do one better. We're gonna add, now he's still in the air. Yuki got a hit, 4 hits in instead of his normal 2, and Miranda's the one that launched him up. Mana Stinger. And there we go. We get 4 hits out of Alfina as well. It's a cool little thing if you can get it going, and if you kill an enemy with it, you'll actually get a better drop. You're supposed to anyway, or get better gold or better whatever. You're supposed to get better stuff. I'm not gonna let that happen. Boink. So we took damage. It's not a critical win, but as Alfina gets stronger, it starts becoming a bit more respectable to get those aerial combos off. She's just the weakest one right now, and that's just the way it goes. Alright, so for this, we're gonna... He's attacking Yuki. Well, I know she can kill a dragonfly, so that right. It makes sense to have her do her thing now. Whirlwind Slash is Yuki's primary AoE ability for the early parts of the game. Don't be stingy. Use it as much as you want. As much as you feel you need to, but don't be, just make sure you use it, because that helps, I think, build up skill levels. I'm not sure if it's based on what level they are, or how often you use skills in battle, or anything like that. I've never paid close enough attention, and I usually skip or power read most of the tutorial info, so I couldn't tell you outright. As far as that bomb goes, let's hit him with a bomb. Keeping Yuki away from the bomb is my goal here. Miranda could kill off the enemy, where I know what's his name could not, so there we go.
Alright, we did it!
Sweet, sweet, freaking sweet. Cure herb, white sulfur. That white sulfur recovers MP. I think the cure herb removes status effects. Use item, healing herb, Kazam. Yep. Shazam. Sometimes it's even a good idea to only have 8 of each item. That way you're always never running out of inventory room, but that's whatever. It's not a big deal. Sometimes you just don't have an item to use, you know? Alright, easy surprise battle here. Let's get it going. Crap for that one. I want the SP build, because I know we're going to get into a battle where there's 6 of these things, and I want Yuki to be able to pull that whirlwind off, no questions asked. No questions asked. Ask, whatever. Fuck, ass, I don't care anymore. What's the word? I can't say it. Right, at the moment I can't say it. No questions asked. Alright, yeah. These are twofers, and then the other one's going to be a big 3 for 3 of them. Let's open up with Burn, so we know we can kill one outright with it. And let's let the whittling down on that one commence. You notice how the magic is in real time. Keep that in mind for future reference. That creature still was trying to attack somebody until the fireball physically got to his ass. It's something to really remember for future reference. Not every spell hits right away. Some do. A good handful of them don't. Alright, Alfina's going to go first, so we're going to probably open up and cancel something out. Anything going really after Yuki, we want to cancel out. It looks like everything's going after Miranda, so let's go after the first enemy going after Miranda. Yuki, since everything we know is going after Miranda, we're probably going to want the nearest dragonfly to kind of balance things out like that. We're canceling that one out. We could have done him too, I guess. So we should be okay. And we're gonna move Miranda into the center of this, so they'll all gather around her. That way we're guaranteed to hit them all. This is the kind of strategy you want to use in this game. And really, now there's only one of them left, and he's still alive. And he hit him, so we don't get a perfect. But that's the idea.
Why not make things easier for everyone and stay out of our way?
Could have even sent Miranda right after that one, and it might have been we might have gotten a better result. But oh well. Okay, we have 2 paths to go. That's the fast path. Obviously, you're never going to take the fast path. You lazy son of a bitch. You're going to take the long path. And we didn't get a surprise on this one, which is a bit of a shame. We kind of would have wanted that. Again, yeah, we don't have Comet Strike available. So let's see, who's who. So maybe they'll just fight this one as outright as possible. Done. Moving back towards the middle there, which is perfect. That's what I figured he'd do, because there's no room on the left side. And we get about 3 of them out of there. Well, almost 4. Get off Phoenix to finish that one off. There we go. And there, battle is won with minimal casualty damage out of that too. Which is quite nice. Special level went up, so There's a chance she'll learn a new skill, which is good. Her next skill is actually quite valuable for these early stages of the game, so we want to definitely try to get it. We don't have enough for Whirlwind, which kind of blows. I would love to use it here. Or slash it up, and we'll use our favorite little shtick to get rid of that other shaman. We're quick, fast, and in a hurry.
You're not enough for a meal. But I'll fry you up anyway.
Nice.
This will be more than a little frostbite.
Yep. It's gonna burn when you pee. As you can see, that killed that shaman outright, which is why that ability is a little broken sometimes. I know some people who will just buy 2 of those and run through the early parts of the game just casting frost, that spell over and over again.
Why not make things
I don't
easier
suggest
for
it,
everyone and stay out of our
personally.
way?
It's a little overkill, but anyway. So we get 98 XP, skill level hits 3, special level is still about the same. Again, cut up the mushrooms to get our items. There might be an enemy in here, so be weary. Usually if there is and you hit them with your sword, I think you still get the preemptive on it if you run into them right away, so something to think about. There we got holy water. Okay, let's move on. Head up the other path because there's, I think, an enemy over. Well, yeah, there's this enemy here. And now they're starting to mix and match them a little more in different variation. Probably Yuki can go in there and kill them almost all of them outright, and we probably will just let him do that.
I've got it.
Because he leveled it up, which means when you level it up, that's a power upgrade. And so with the power upgrade, it doesn't cost any SP to do, and he does more damage using that skill. As you use skills throughout the game, that gets better and better and better. Always a good thing. Alright, so that's backtracking at that point. Head down and around. And see, they're all guild pawns. There's no shaman. We'll just fight them outright, I think.
Of course.
And she's gonna learn her new skill, Stun Force, which can paralyze an enemy. It does almost no damage, but what's nice, very nice about it, is it paralyzes enemies, which you definitely want to happen, especially to casters. Definitely want to cancel out casters. Any asshole that wants to cast a spell on you, you hit him with Stun Force and it becomes your new best friend. We're not going to get him in time, but I want to kill him off quick. So we'll be able to probably kill off the other stunned enemy pretty fast. So let's move Alfina away from the bomb. Let's finish him off if we can. No, not quite. We're probably going to get hit by that time bomb on Yuki. Go, Yuki, get out of there! Ah, he's just in it. That's going to cancel him out, too, I think. Oh, it actually didn't. We were close. So close.
Make things easier for
Not taking damage that badly. But ultimately, we failed. Like that. Alright. Keep moving. And this time around, if you ever get a bad start on something, go ahead with, specifically with, Miranda, you can pop something called Tremor. Now, Tremor is a little broken, because it doesn't just kill most of the enemies in the area, it can also send them a-flying through the air. Sometimes, especially when it's a finish off. Like if it finishes them off up in the air, you can actually hit them with an aerial combo, which is surprisingly quite interesting. No, not good. You get hit by both of them. We'll just go ahead and use the healing herbs rather than waste MP. Because the next big thing that I like to do in Grandia 3, which you don't need to do in other Grandias, is going to come up, and I'm going to discuss it when we get there. Let's go ahead and actually use these healing herbs, because these we can get the drop from the enemies. If I kill them off with an aerial, That's usually what we get from them. So. And what do we got here? We get a soldier book. Now, I think the soldier book actually builds up. Well, not okay. Something we're not using right now. I think none of these characters are using that. We'll double check. Oh, she's using that. So yeah, we're gonna equip the soldier book on Alfina. That'll boost her life up ability. Now her HP surpasses Yuki's, which is a good thing because she doesn't take damage nearly as well as Yuki does. So you could give it to Yuki, but like I said, Alfina benefits from it more. As far as keeping her and Yuki close to each other, as far as strength and offense, defense, that kind of balance that people prefer to have. Myself being one of those people. There we go. And we'll get the shaman that's next to him because that's exactly what that was. Alright, we don't need to use stun force. We could use crackle maybe, but that'll guarantee a kill. We'll use it on the guild pawns. Since the guild pawns are using time bomb. We'll hold off on whirlwind. I have a feeling I'm going to need it in the next area, so he's using his time bomb on Yuki, so let's have him put it where Yuki probably won't end up standing. Okay, he's down. She could kill one on her own, and they're both gunning for it. Okay, they took damage, but whatever. Little amounts do not bother me. Since Alfina does have a lot of SP, we'll have more than enough for the next battle. I don't think she can reach that, whatever. The other thing about time bomb is if there's an enemy near your time bomb, they get hit by it, which is always a funny thing when it happens. It really is. Oh, I didn't get the sneak. Alright, so right away, the shaman's coming up. Let's hit that bitch with, easily with, stun force. And let's make sure Alfina will be okay. She'll kill it in time. She'll get the stun force off in time.
Sorry, this might hurt.
And it does, it doesn't. If the stun part fails, obviously you're not going to cancel the enemy's attack out. If the stun is successful, you cancel the enemy out. So why you wouldn't want to do that if you want to use that skill on casters is beyond me, Now, because he's paralyzed, we can actually, with a critical hit, send him flying. So we're going to try to do it now. Then we might get Miranda in on this one. Yep. So there's your double team up, right there. And you notice how the money's falling from the sky. So we got a gold bonus or more XP, I don't know, I can't tell. It looks like we got like a couple extra gold, not much, but a little bit. So it's a good thing to do, so make sure you're doing it, or I'll kick your ass. Just kidding, I'm not going to kick your ass. I mean, I'm going to openly mock you. No, I'm just kidding, I won't do that either. Sometimes you just don't recognize that you can do it right away, so, it takes a little bit of finesse to know that that's going on and you can pull off. You also start seeing patterns in the battles. Usually between character level ups, you start seeing variations. Alright, before we move forward, this is what I like to do in this part of the game. What I like to do is I like to run through the zone again, fight all the enemies again. Now, you might wonder, why would I want to do that? Well, this game has a curve, an experience curve later in the game where the other Grandias didn't. Where endgame starts to get ridiculously hard, just going through and killing enemies once. Now, I don't do this in every zone or every area I go through, but I do it off and on through the early parts of the game. So, I'm going to go do that, and then we'll be back here, and I'll show you what level I'm at, just to give you an idea. We're not going to get that high in level, because the XP is just shit. But I'll show you what I mean when we get there. Okay, so, we went through all the trouble of doing my little strategy. It worked out a little bit for me. What's interesting to keep in mind, which a lot of people forget or miss out on, is that when we backtracked, there were about a quarter of the enemies that were there when we went through were not there. So they don't want you to, go back there and grind a lot. And that's kind of the proof of that right there. So, you know, you can't grind that much. Like, look, we only gained 1 level fighting all those enemies only 1 more time. We barely got another level. Out of Alfina and Yuki, and Miranda hasn't leveled at all. So that's just to give you an idea of what, you know, to aspire to, in a sense, and the reasoning behind doing what I did. So, the rationale. It'll make a lot more sense later when the enemies are kicking my ass, and I just run through every zone twice, and they're still pretty tough. So.
Not bad at all. This'll do fine. Let's set up camp here tonight.
Let's set up camp! Ooh!
What is that, Yuki?
This? It's a kind of alarm. If somebody tries to sneak up on us, we'll know. See?
Keeps the pedophiles at bay.
What about that? There we go.
That's a pit trap. It's a deep hole covered with leaves to camouflage it. If somebody walks on top of it, they'll fall in and get stuck.
Oh, I see. Clever. Yuki, I'd like to help. Is there anything I can do?
Well, why don't you go fix some food? There's cooking gear in my knapsack.
But what do I cook?
You can find plenty of food in the forest. For instance, the mushrooms that grow around here are delicious.
All right, I'll do my best to gather what I can.
Okay.
She comes back with a wildebeest. Beer time.
She's a good kid. Sweet and gentle.
And not riddled with
Awfully
herpes.
cute, too.
You think so?
So many cute little mushrooms.
And I don't know which ones get me high. Innuendo, anyone? Dun dun dun. Surprisingly, it's not a black mushroom. Boing. The bitch poisoned us. It was entirely because of your cooking. It reeks of ass. Oh, isn't that so sweet? You stop her no matter what it takes. Don't mind us, we're just openly mocking you and whisper. I guess that wouldn't be openly mocking, would it? Okay, same shit. Alright. So, like in other Grandias, you gotta move around the campfire and talk to about pretty much everybody at least once. Have someone around. Yeah, that's a good piece of advice. Well, we do want Gladys to shut up. Yeah, really, what the hell? Like sister and brother, the mother and child. And a place to pee. I was on my way to the temple. Sorry, I'm nibbling on chips and I really shouldn't. Alright, last potato chip, I promise. God, if I was a guardian, if I was a communicator, I'd flash that dude. Flash! Oh! And the long silence. The word of the guardians have no meaning of their own. The communicator must tell the people what they mean. Okay, an interpreter, huh? Of course she can. Alright, and now we can finally finish. So, like Grandia 1 more so than Grandia 2, there's a little bit more to do at camp. Conversational based. Still a lot of it's irrelevant and we could give two shits about some of it, but it's more for character development than anything.
It's pretty chilly out.
My nipples are cold. My nipples are now hard.
Here.
Poison.
There's no sugar. You'll have to use chocolate.
Thanks a
Gets
lot.
his caffeine buzz.
Yeah. Alfina, can I ask you something? Even though you've been chased, nearly scared to death, and injured, you're still determined to go to Arcriff. How come?
Because it must be done.
Because that's where I might be able to find the answer I seek. I need to know. I have to find out why the two of us were born to be communicators.
The two of you?
Yes. You see, my brother was supposed to be the communicator. But during his first ceremony, he refused to talk to the Guardian. That was 3 years ago.
I've got a job to do.
And then he just ran away. All he left behind was this, his communicator's brooch.
His communicator's brooch? May I? It really has an unusual shape. It kind of looks like the wing of a bird. I wonder why he just left.
The very idea of becoming a communicator terrifies me. Sometimes I just want to run away from it all.
And I ran.
Maybe this is what my purpose in life has been all along. And if that's really the case, then I can't run away from my destiny.
Alfina.
I'm sorry. Bothering you with my problems is the last thing I should do.
Everything will be fine. After all, we're with you.
That's right. I kick ass and chew bubblegum. And guess what? We have no gum. It's Domino's. And they didn't get here in 30 minutes or less.
Aww.
Kill it with fire!
Here.
Yes, make friends with the rabbit. They laugh because that's dinner and they don't want it to get away. My son is a total stud. Mom's grinning because she knows he's gonna tap that. Beep, ba, 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 da, ba, beep, ba, 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 da, ba. Alright, enough goofing around. Oh yes, I feel much better after a good night's sleep. Let's get going. Alright, so we're finally gonna get going. Let's go ahead and use the full save point, which is not just a save point, but a save point with healing. And we'll also save at it. Heaven forbid! Alright, let's keep moving south. Because we're not quite out of the woods yet.
It's about time. I've been waiting for you.
Oh look, it's a wild dangler.
You've been waiting for us? You mean you've been waiting for help? Come on, we've got to get going, you two. I hope you rot up in that net, muscle-bound pea-brain.
What? Hey, did I hear you correctly? Did you just call me a muscle-bound pea-brain?
Huh?
Huh?
I said, did you just call me a pea-brain?
Yep.
I'm through playing games with you! That does it! I'm gonna kill all of you!
So now we get into our official first boss fight of the game. Not too bad. What makes this battle tricky early on is that Kornhole has got two henchmen with him, and his fist gets a turn as well. His fist gets a turn as well. So the goal here is to make quick work of the two henchmen as quickly as possible. By doing that, you make the battle significantly easier. So as you can see, AoE's around. I want to hit everybody with our strongest attacks. Specifically, and over hyper-focusing on, you know, the bad guys here. Let's also pop Diggin, if we can get it off in time. And that dude totally whiff.
Grant us protection.
So we're open up with Alfina doing that, and then Alfina is going to be our boss slayer for a lot of this battle. And what makes her the boss slayer is, if you guessed it, she's got fucking Crackle. She's going to snack, crackle, and pop Mr. Kornhole Fister as off and on. Now you do want to be weary of that attack, as you can see it almost killed Alfina outright. So she's going to be the #1 candidate for a healing spell. Who is that going to... Oh shit, that's an AoE. That is not good. And I don't think we have the speed to cancel it. So let's have Miranda throw a heal on Alfina, just because there's no way I think anybody's going to be able to cancel that. For Yuki, we'll keep Yuki because Alfina got hit by that Kornhole Buster, which is totally my fucking bad. Let's cancel this dude out.
Fools.
We can.
Make me mad.
She could die from this, and that's just me not paying attention. No, she's still fine.
Hang in there, okay?
Me worrying a little bit and not paying a lot of attention. I forget that Kornhole Buster comes from Kornhole, not the fist. Thought I came from the fist for some reason, but it doesn't. Alright, Yuki's turn. Let's see if we can get Yuki. Let's see, Kornhole, we don't know what he's going to do. So I'm not going to worry about it because Miranda's even closer to him. Let's have him AoE those guys. Which will burn almost all of his SP. Killed one, good. What's Kornhole doing? Kornhole is doing Sonic Blast. Well, we're not going to let Kornhole do Sonic Blast at all. Let's cancel it out. Could have used that other skill to hit both of his body parts, but it doesn't make sense to do that. Alright, that's going to be used on Miranda. He's going to normal attack Miranda. Let us pick off this dude with Crackle. We can actually stun force Kornhole as well, that's an option. I like to get the other enemies out of here, though. The henchmen out of here first. I don't care what Kornhole does, as long as the other enemies are gone. We'll attack from the fist. Oh, legend. Probably try to see if Miranda can cancel out the fist. Well, it's just doing a normal attack. I shouldn't regret it too much. Force Slash, which is an AoE. Stun Force on Kornhole, which will stop the fist. So it's a double whammy if you can pull it off. You're getting, you know, killing two birds for the price of one in a good light here.
Sorry, this might hurt.
And look at that. Nothing he can do. Except he just got up really quick. So, nothing he can do, and then he just gets up and starts beating the crap out of everyone. He's gonna hit us with Cherry Bomb. I don't think we can cancel it, but he's hesitating. Damn! Tried. He hesitated, so I was hoping we'd get it in there, but we didn't. Fuck this. Just hit him with Crackle. See if we can take that Iron Fist out, actually.
This will be more than a little frostbite.
Then we'll start using her Stun Force to make Kornhole move a little slower, considering.
Get ready for a little slice and dice.
A little Kung Fu hustle.
Stings a little, doesn't it?
And he'll get up and continue along with us. So what is he going to do? He's going to do something. So let's go ahead and cancel that something out. And we'll probably have to use Alfina to do the same. Actually, Stun Force.
Sorry, this might hurt.
Which gives every character enough time to get in there. We'll use Miranda to make sure he's not doing anything, and Yuki's gonna get a combo. Perfect. Now, if only I did that to kill the boss, that would be impressive. That would be awesome. You can't assume that that's always gonna happen. Just combo him at this point. Bring him down a little bit more. And again, let him run around like a fool. And made him lose his turn. Go ahead and hit him with some aerial slashes. We'll hit him with Stun Force again. If we can. Nope, we'll hit him with Comet Strike. You see, I'm burning through SP. There's a reason for doing it. You know, to see if we can level up that SP level. I'll double check too to make sure that that's actually how you level it up.
Get ready.
I thought it was the more you do stuff in battle, but I could be totally fucking wrong.
Stings a little, doesn't it?
You're in for a beating, you little brats.
And then Yuki will have to use his special thing to cancel him out.
Here I go.
And since their SP's all down, we're now going to start actually really killing this guy.
This will be more than a little frostbite.
348 damage. Look at that. That skill's a beast.
Thank goodness.
That's mad XP there. Everybody's going to level. Look at that. That's beautiful. Alright. Flat out on his chest. With a bunch of chicks and a little kid beating his ass. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Blood. Fail!
And stay there this time, you muscle-bound pea-brain.
Yeah, stop following us.
It gets awfully cold out at night, so... Here you go.
At a sad attempt of humor, I just do not find that joke ever funny. At all. And I don't think Kornhole gets it either, so I'm with Kornhole on that one. Alright, now we can go ahead, recover, and we can save. On the next episode of Let's Play Grandia 3, we make our way closer and closer to the Saboteur Harbor. So we'll see you guys then.